Hello pandas of the internet, my name is Panda-chan. I am a full-time artist-ish, a part-time cosplayer, and I'm so happy to welcome all the new pandas to my channel. As a little thank you, I have made an extra video for the end of this month. A little hint for you guys, it's about Lethal Company. But back to today's video and the horror story, in which we see that even at the very last moment, the magic of a campaign can be ruined by a bad move from the DM. So, if you're ready, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. This RPG horror story was posted by Tabletop Tomb. DM has player and campaign with unforeshadowed betrayal. So, there I was, about to take my seat for what was supposed to be the dramatic final showdown of our year-long campaign. The DM leans in with a devilish grin and says, "As you step forward to claim the Crystal of Eternia, your trusted companion Marik stabs you in the back, claiming the crystal's power for himself. Game over." Yeah, you heard that right. Game over. There was no epic battle, no last-minute saves, just a little bit of dialogue, a bit of betrayal, with a side of getting on with it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain how we got to this train wreck of a session. For the past year, our group has been meeting every other Saturday. We'd gone from exploring haunted forests to battling the denizens of the far realm. We'd defeated Lich Kings and Black Dragons. In short, our characters had gone from mere adventurers to legends. Our group was hyped to start our last session. Little did we know this session would be a year's worth of excitement crushed beneath the heels of the most nonsensical plot twist of all time. Marik had been with us since session 0, our rogue, played by our buddy Dave. Marik was the resident comic relief. He'd snark at the DM, trade quips with the dwarven barbarian, and occasionally prank the stuck-up elven ranger. He was bloody trustworthy, both the character and the player. So when the DM says, "As you step forward to claim the Crystal of Eternia, your trusted companion Marik stabs you in the back, claiming the crystal's power for himself. Game over," it wasn't just the Carabas character being stabbed in the back. It felt personal. The room went pin-drop silent. Every eye went to Dave, fully expecting him to say, "You're kidding, right?" But Dave just shrugged, looking as shocked as the rest of us. Turns out that the DM had pulled Dave aside before the session to tell him about the twist, which left him with very little option but to play along. Now, I've got no problem with plot twists, moments of high drama, or occasionally a character death. However, this was cheap. This was unearned. There hadn't been months of planning. There haven't even been a session's worth of sketchy behavior on the part of Marik. There was no sudden but inevitable betrayal, just the abrupt, cold end to a story that we all had a piece of. What made it worse was that he looked like the DM had just pulled the mother of all aces from his sleeve. We were all at a loss. The session limped to a close with half-hearted see you rounds and awkward looks. We spent the next few days in the group chat railing against the injustice. We debated starting a new campaign with the characters' descendants. Hell, we even thought about asking the DM not to come back. The magic was gone. The final session had rendered an amazing year worth of stories into a cautionary tale about the importance of collaborative storytelling and the player's stakes in the story. Looking back, I think that's why it's a horror story. It wasn't an in-game monster or deadly traps. It was the reminder that in TTRPGs, the scariest story is the one where a bad move by the DM turns an epic saga into a tragedy, not just for the characters, but for the players too. TLDR, in the final session of our year-long RPG campaign, the DM abruptly ended the game by having a trusted character betray the party with no prior hints or foreshadowing. ruining the immersive and collaborative storytelling experience and leaving the players frustrated and disillusioned. I have not a single slightest idea of how or why someone would do something like that for the end of the campaign. Perhaps if the DM needed more prep time, they could have postponed the session, but from what I'm understanding, the DM planned the campaign to end like that. I don't know if I could forgive the DM for that. I would rather cut a campaign short and not finish it than to come so close to the finale just for it to be ended like that. I'm so sorry, OP. With that, we have come to the end of the horror story. Like, subscribe, and in the comments let me know what was your most or least satisfying ending to a campaign. The link to the original story is in the description. You can find my social media links down there as well. And with all of that being said, I will see you next time.